quite a lot, but whenever you're working with integers, a number line is quite useful. Now remember, guys, integers are numbers that are whole numbers but plus or minus values. So a number line is quite useful, especially if we get confused with the signs. Now, that's okay to get confused with the signs. Signs are very confusing sometimes, and often people make mistakes with the signs. And so if you need to draw a number line for yourself, do it. You're going to see for the first few examples, I'm going to use the number line. But if you feel comfortable not using the number line and just adding or subtracting, that is obviously absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the first couple together. You're going to try some by yourself, and then hopefully as we build up in terms of complexity, you'll be more and more confident as we go along. So guys, the first one is nice and easy, 3 plus 2. Now I know most of you probably know exactly what that is. There's no real need to try and overcomplicate it, but I just want to show you how the number line can be used. Right, and guys, remember, when we are ready for hands, when I'm ready for questions, I will let you know. So to use a number line, what we need to do is basically we need to establish what values we're working with. So I can see here that I'm starting with a positive 3. This is why number line is useful, because we've got our negative values on the left, our positive values on the right, 0 in the middle. And so we can make sure that we're always working with the correct sign. So here I am at positive 3, and I've been told to add 2. Now, very importantly, whenever you add, you're moving along the right, or you're moving right on your number line, because you're getting closer and closer and closer towards positive infinity. And whenever you subtract, you're moving to the left of your number line, because your numbers are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and so you're moving closer and closer to negative infinity. So here, because I'm adding, I'm going to move to the right. I'll only move 2 places to the right, and where I end, where I stop, is my answer. Again, you probably all knew that 3 plus 2 was 5. So just that you can get the hang of the number line system, that is how we would use that. Right, so I will come back for a screenshot in a second, but I think most of you were okay with that first one. So let's see what happens now when we introduce negatives. Now, when we have negatives, we need to be careful of the sign. That's really the important thing. So when we have a plus and a minus right next to each other, like we do here in question B, we need to remember that that actually means that I'm working with a negative sign. So I'm working with a negative 5. And so what this expression is telling me to do is to take 5 away from 3. So again, I'm starting at 3 on my number line, but this time I am now subtracting. So I need to move to the left. And I move to the left 5 units. Where I stop is my answer. And so again, this number line helps me make sure that my answer has the correct sign. Now again, guys, use the number line if it's useful to you. If you have another way of doing it, that is absolutely fine. Number lines for me are quite useful, but they aren't necessarily useful to you. You need to decide what works for you, and you need to use that method. This is useful, especially when you're not allowed to use a calculator. And for these questions, we're not going to use calculators. We're going to try to do it by hand or in our heads. And so if you are struggling a little bit, the number line is useful. But if you have other ways of doing it, other methods that work, that is obviously absolutely fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to wait for a second in case anyone wants to take a screenshot. And then we're going to do another couple that I'm going to ask you to try by yourself.
I'm back, my people. Sorry to just
No.
Hello, everyone. So, sorry.
No, don't stress. I think we're all sorted. And guys, remember, if at any point you do have questions, you're welcome to pop them in the chat and we can help you there. Same thing with your answers. When you have answers, you can put them in your chat. Right, I'm hoping we all have screenshots. Let's have a look at the next 2. So C and D, we've got -5 plus positive 4. Now, again, we've got two signs sitting right next to each other. That's a bit weird. We don't really want that, so let's deal with it. If I've got a positive and a positive, nowhere do I see negatives. It's a positive sign and a positive sign in that relationship, which means that I'm working with a positive. So I've got a negative 5 plus 4. Right, so I want you to try C and D. I just wanted to be very clear what sign we're working with there in C, but I want you to try C and D. You can put your answers in the chat. Remember to number them C and D, and I will let you know when I want hands to answer those questions, but I don't want to see any hands up just yet. If you have questions, please remember you either put them in the chat or you can direct message Yolanda or myself and we can help you. Remember your signs. Remember to either use your number line or to use whatever method works for you. But make sure.
Y'all are doing so great, my people. I had load shedding, so that's why I'm late. Guys, remember no hands until Teacher Sam says, now it's time for hands, okay? Before Teacher Sam says that, no hands. Let's put our answers in the questions. Y'all are doing so well. Make sure you write these answers on your book so that you can correct them, okay? Stay away from calculators. Y'all are my amazing people that follow instructions. So I'm looking at you, okay? I'm your cheerleader. That's why I'm making noise while you're busy working.
Yeah.
So don't mind me, but do as I say.
Yolanda is our cheerleader, guys. She's even my cheerleader. Sometimes I hear her voice in my head when I need some cheerleading going on in my life. Sorry. And I love that we are all labeling our answers like I asked. Thank you so much. It makes life so much easier. Okay, I think we might be ready for some answers. So if anyone wants to raise their hand, you can raise your hand and I can get some answers here. Remember, guys,
glorious times, guys. Raise hand.
And remember, I'm going to try to give everyone a chance. So if I don't get to you now, I will hopefully get you in the next round. Okay. Right, Zamo, do you want to tell me what C is?
So number C, I got the answer for -1.
Perfect, -1. Now, guys, if we have a look at our number line, just so you can see, we started at -5 and we added 4. So we moved 4 units to the right. Where I stop is my answer. Okay, so nothing too complicated just yet. It's more just getting us into the groove of being able to do these. Right, so Tenda, do you want to give me D?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm ready.
For number D, I got -5.
Perfect, -5. I hope you all heard that.
Well done, my people.
Okay, so guys, just so we're all clear, remember the plus and the minus next to each other means that we're working with a negative. So this is actually -2, -3. So here we are at -2. I want to subtract 3, which means I'm going to the left. 1, 2, 3, and I end up at -5. Hence my answer of -5. Right. Again, nothing too complicated, but use your number line, use your methods that you're comfortable with to make sure that you're getting these correct. Right, let's do E, and then I will ask if anyone has any questions, but try E for me. Remember, put your answers in the chat. I'll tell you when I'm ready for hands to be raised. Careful of your signs. And guys, what I'll do when we are done with this question E, I'll make it smaller so that you can screenshot all of these questions at the same time, so you've got them.
Remember, my people, you are sitting at the desk and actually working through the questions, because if not, too bad for you. You're not gonna enjoy this class. So there we go, Mzim. That's it, Shana. Let's go. Keep them coming, guys. we are a lot of us, 99 learners in this class. So keep them coming. Make sure you put your answer there so you can be recognized. Part 2, your hands is going down. Instructions, remember my people? That's why I love all of you guys, because you listen to instructions. Hey, Fatu, down, your hand down. It's not time for questions yet.
Okay, guys, remember, I will tell you when to raise your hand for answers, and I will tell you when to raise your hand for questions. Okay, I will give you those chances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it looks like we're all getting it, which is awesome. So if you would like to raise your hand to give me, what are we on? E? Good, Lyle? E?
Ma'am, E is +3.
Excellent, well done.
Yes.
Remember that plus situation is a plus, so we've got -3 plus 6. I've got a -3 on my number line. I'm adding 6, so I'm moving 6 jumps. Whoops, that was a weird looking jump. 6 jumps to the right. And so I'm now going 7. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where I stop is my answer. And guys, again, what's so nice about the number line is because I'm stopping on a +3, I know that my answer is positive. Right, very nicely done, guys. Very, very nice. I'm just going to do this. Right, so if you want to take your screenshots, take your screenshots of all of those questions at the same time. I'm going to give you a second or two. At this point, if anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand while everyone's taking a screenshot, and I can help you before we carry on. So if you have questions, now is the time to raise your hand. Oh, sorry. I'm just highlighting things. Okay, Fatu, what is your question? You there?
I want to ask for number E.
Yeah.
Bracket +6, close bracket.
Sorry, can you say that again?
What does the close bracket +6 close bracket mean?
Okay, so all it's basically saying is that we are adding a +6. You don't actually need all of those signs there, but it's telling me that I'm adding a positive value, not a negative value.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Well done. Wanawonke, question?
Yes, ma'am, I have a question. I
Yeah.
wanted to ask about the quiz. Do we do it in class or do we do it like alone?
You do it alone. At the end of the lesson, we send you the link.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, Glam Rock Freddy. Who are you and what is your question?
Ma'am, I just got here, so could you please give me a recap?
So remember, everything is recorded, so you can go and get the recording within 24 hours. We're going to do lots more examples. So don't stress, you'll catch up as we do some examples, okay? Zamo, question?
So, ma'am, the last time when on Monday, I didn't get the link for the quiz when I was trying to do the quiz. So
There's no quizzes on Mondays. There's only quizzes on Wednesdays.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so don't stress.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, guys, everyone who's saying sorry for being late, please don't stress at all. We're going to do lots more examples so you'll know what's going on. And remember, all of the lessons are recorded. Okay, so you can go and watch the recording tomorrow. Right, I'm moving on. Example 2. We've now got 3 terms here that we're adding and subtracting. And I want you to try this by yourselves. Again, I've put a number line here in case you want to use it. But like I said, you don't have to use a number line. Use what works for you. All right. So if you have another way of doing this that works for you, and remember, we're doing all of these without a calculator, then do that. Remember your signs. Remember to do it step by step if you need to. So let's focus, let's do this, and let's see what we get. Remember, answers in the chat. Remember to label them A and B for me so that I know which is which. Okay, I'm seeing
I see
answers.
Didi with an answer A. Sorry, Teacher Sam.
No, I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Oh, okay. Let's go, my people. What are y'all saying? Thank you, Hemion. Thank you for that answer. What about other people? There are
Yeah,
103 of us. What are we saying? Remember, participating is the key, my people. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to have most fun. So let's go. Ayowale, thank you. Thank you so much for that answer. Let's go. Duna, thank you. Mulemo also with a different answer. Remember, the signs do matter, guys. I'm not saying which one is the right answer, but they do matter. Sinenhlanhla with an answer. Okay, we are already on B. Emily, I love what you did there. You see, Emily's like A equals to this, B equals to that.
well done.
Ritabile, well done. Let's go. Thank you guys for all of you who are putting all the answers in there. I think I have seen now question A and B, Teacher Sam.
Nice, guys. Okay. If anyone wants to raise a hand to give me these answers, now is your time. Okay, Bonolo, what are we on? A.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, sorry, I was clicking weird things. Tell me.
So, ma'am, the answer for A is 0.
Perfect. Okay, so guys, A is 0. Now let's just quickly check why that is. Now, two many ways you can do this, but if we use the number line, we're starting at positive 4. So there's my positive 4, and I was told to subtract 6. So I'm moving to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I stop at negative 2. But I'm not done. I still need to go and add 2. Now, because I'm adding, I'm going back up my number line to the right, and only now do I figure out what number I've stopped at, and that is 0. Now, you don't have to do it like that. If you want to, you can leave out the number line entirely and just do this step by step. So we've got 4 minus 6 plus 2. If we start with 4 minus 6, we know we have negative 2, and then we've still got the plus 2. And we know that when we add something to itself as the negative, or if we subtract something from itself, we end up with 0. All right. So like I say, however you choose to do this is up to you. You need to find what works for you. Atish, do you want to give me, what are we on, B?
The answer on B is 0.
Fantastic, well done. So guys, again, I'm going to just use my number line, but you don't have to. If we start at 6, which is over here, and we add 3, maybe I should keep my number line going here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. 1, 2, 3 to 9. Now I subtract 7, so I'm moving left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I subtract another 2, 1, 2.
2.
And so again, I end up at 0.
0.
Good. Now, guys, you don't have to do it like that. If you want to do it step by step, that's fine. If we look 6 plus 3 minus 7 minus 2, if we start with the addition, 6 plus 3 we know is 9 minus 7 minus 2. And then we just go step by step. 9 minus 7 is 2. So we've got 2 minus 2. And we know that 2 minus 2 is 0. So however you are comfortable doing this is completely up to you. Okay, you need to find what works for you. You need to figure out what makes sense for you and do your questions like that. All right, so take your screenshots. If anyone has a question, now is the time to raise your hand for questions. Oh, sorry guys. Google and Oratiwe, I see your hands are up. So if your hand is up and you don't have a question, please lower it. Satenda, question?
Ma'am, can you please unzoom your work so that we screenshot?
When you say unzoom, do you mean like this? Is that better?
No, ma'am, like zoom it out.
So make it smaller or make it bigger?
Smaller.
Smaller.
Yes.
But it's very small already. How small do you want it?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I was losing my mind there for a second. Okay, cool. Thanks, Satenda.
We got it right.
Tulani, question. Tulani, you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
I don't understand here.
Which one don't you understand?
Example 2.
Okay, which one in example 2, A or B?
A.
Okay, so if we start with A, if you're going to use the number line, which is fine, you can really use whatever you want. A starts at +4. So we start or we sit at +4 and we're going to start there. The first thing I'm told to do is I'm told to subtract 6. So I need to take away 6. So I move 6 hops to the left. But then it also told me to add 2. Now when I add, I need to move to the right. So now I go 1, 2 in order to add 2. So each of these hops represent one of those operations that I need to do. The 6 hops to the left is my -6, and the 2 hops down here to the right is my +2. And where I ended at 0 is then my answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, this all takes practice, so don't worry, you'll get there. Dr. Shero, do you have a question for me?
Ma'am, are you gonna send a test? No, I mean, are they gonna be test?
Sorry, am I gonna say?
Like when we are done, like with these common multiples and fractions, whatever what we have learned, are we gonna have a test?
Yes, there'll be a quiz that we send you at the end of the lesson. And we'll send you the link on the chat. Okay, so guys, final time, I'm not going to say it again. The quiz link you will get at the end of the lesson. You can follow that link to then do the Monday's lesson and today's lessons. Okay, so nothing too stressful, hopefully.
You were not focusing in class. Now you have a test. I'm joking. Joking, Fatu. It's all testing whether you understand this work or not. Guys, it's not even a test, okay? It's just a quiz. Testing if you understood what we taught you or not, okay?
Right, guys, we're halfway, so let's take our brain break. Our brain break's a little bit different today. Still mathy, but it's a little bit different. So I'm just going to explain the brain break just so that we all know the words that are being used here, because I know some of us, it's been a while since we did any measurement, so I just want to make sure. So it says here the diagram shows a small square inside a larger square. Now remember, a square is one where all 4 side lengths are exactly the same. So they would all be exactly the same length. It then goes on to say that the perimeter of the shaded region is 24 centimeters. Now, perimeter is the outside length. I always think of perimeter as if I was putting a fence around my shape, what is the length of fencing I would need? So the perimeter of the shape that I'm talking about is that of the shaded shape, so that I've outlined in green there. Excuse me. And so finally, the actual question is asking what is the area of the largest square? So the largest square is this one in orange. So what is the area of the largest square? If you have a small square inside a larger square and the perimeter that I've highlighted in green of the shaded region is 24 centimeters. So give it a go. Put your answers in the chat if and when you're ready. Let's see what we can do. The joke is above the what is it called? The emoji thingy, lol thing. I sound like such an old person right now. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, so be careful when trying your brain break.
Yeah, guys, let's do this. I see Emily is deciding to say it is 216 centimeter. What about the other people? It has to be centimeters squared, hey?
Guys, remember, perimeter is when you add lengths together. Area, sorry, I should have written that down. Area of the square is when you say side times side, or you could say length times breadth. It doesn't really matter which one you use, it's the same thing. So just remember those two important bits of information as you go about this. Give it a try though. And remember, like Yolanda said, if we're looking for area, area is always units squared. So here would be centimeters squared. All right, make sure you're actually doing the work. Sorry, Yolanda, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna spice things a little bit, okay? So it's a brain break. Remember that you just have to participate, but it's a brain break. It has nothing to do with what we are learning, even though this one is a very good brain break because it's difficult, okay? So let's see. You're all saying 216 so far, and I am telling you 216 centimeters squared is not the correct answer. So let's try and find another number. Let's go, my people. I'll tell you when someone gets it right, I'll definitely let you know. Okay, so let's go. Think of different things. Mulemo is saying 48, okay? I'm not gonna say anything yet. Let's see other people. Zamo is saying also 48. I'm not saying anything. Let's go. Try different things, my people. Oh, I saw 32, 56. Okay. So far, I don't have the correct answer. Salom, no worries. 96, no. 14, no. Let's go. Let's keep trying, my people. This is a brain break. Let's make it fun. Kopano, no. Tato, no. Cindy, no. Good tries, though. Let's go. Let's go. Don't try. Whoa, no. I was excited. Whoa, someone was so close. Oh, someone was really close.
So close.
Let's go. No, I believe we're gonna get it. And if not, Teacher Sam is gonna pack it. And next week we are having this brain break. Let's go. Let's think a little bit. Think about what you're doing. Gugu, well done. Guys, Gugu got the correct answer. Gugu, would you like to raise your hand so that you can explain to the class how you got the right answer? The correct answer, Gugu, well done. Gugu takes the cup of the night. Guys, Gugu, do you want to raise your hand so you can tell us how you got it? That would be really nice. Anyone who got 36, if you're brave enough, raise your hand so you can explain to the whole class. Remember, I am here as your cheerleader. I will help you out. So anyone who wants to explain, you're more than welcome. The answer is 36 centimeters. How did you get 36 centimeters? Let's go, my people, because we need to go back to your class. Remember, this is just to jog your brain. So we need to get back to the real things. Anyone who wants to know or who wants to explain how did we get 36 centimeters squared? Real quick, you can try it. Oh, my people, we're gonna pack this one. Teacher Sam, we are not explaining this brain break. My people will definitely explain to us next week, okay? This is a homework. Take screenshots, my people. It's a next,
So guys,
it's a round.
So we now know that the answer is 36 centimeters. So like Yolanda said, if you didn't get 36 centimeters, try and see if next week you can give me an explanation of why it's 36 centimeters. It's absolutely fine to be shy, but give it a try. And then next week we will chat and see why it is 36 centimeters. So like Yolanda says, take your screenshots, and then we're going to go back into our integer work.
Yeah. Let's go back, guys. Well done. Well done. We're going to make it interesting on Monday when you come see us. Well done, guys.
Okay, I'm hoping everyone's got their screenshots. I'm about to move away. Right, so guys, let us have a look at some more examples here. Right, so again, I put a number line here if you want to use it. There is no need for you to use it, but it is there if you would like to. So let's have a look at the first one together. I don't know, I'm just causing absolute chaos with myself here. Let's look at the first one together, and then I'll get you to try some of the others by yourself. So I'm just looking at A. Don't rush ahead just yet. Let's start with A, and then you guys will carry on with the rest. So we've got quite a few terms here, so we need to be careful. So in A, we've got 5 minus 7 plus 2 minus 4. So we go to where we're starting, 5, and we want to subtract 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm now at -2, but I'm not done. I still now need to add 2. So now I'm adding, I'm moving to the right, 1, 2. I'm still not done, even though I'm at 0, I'm not done because I still need to subtract 4. So now I need to go back to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now only because I finished all of my operations do I write down my answer. Now, you don't have to use the number line. Remember, I've said this to you. If you want to break this down step by step, you can. So if you start with 5 minus 7 and get -2, we'll then have -2 plus 2 minus 4. And then we do the next step. -2 plus 2. That's 0. And we get 0 minus 4. And so once we do it step by step and we have done all of our operations, we end up still with that final answer of -4. So again, you need to find the method that works for you, the way that works for you in order to get these answers. Right. Guys, remember, if you're confused, if you have questions, please ask. I am going to stop at this point. So if anyone does have a question, you can raise your hand and you can ask me. So if you're feeling confused, if you're not too sure, please raise your hand and ask your question, or make sure that you are asking in the chat. Wandile?
Ma'am, I don't understand A, ma'am. For example, 3.
Okay, so where are you getting a bit stuck? Which part?
Ma'am, where you said -2 plus the first one, ma'am. The first line.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so guys, so Wandile, you don't have to do it like this. You don't, like, I'm not saying you have to. What I am saying though is that if you want to do it step by step, do it step by step. So when I say step by step, what I mean is because all of our operations here are plus and minus, we can just move left to right. So if I do the first one, so 5 minus 7. So 5 minus 7, if we look at the first set of jumps, are these ones that I'm going over in red, and we get -2. So that is where the -2 comes from. But then I still have the rest of my sum, so +2 minus 4. If I now do the next step, so the -2 plus 2, this is now my green. No, it's not. So I'm lying to you. This is now my green hops going to the right, ending at 0. So I've got 0 minus 4. And then finally, we do the final step where we say 0 minus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the negative direction. And so we get our answer of -4. So all it is if you want to do it step by step, you can. So the 5 minus 7, that's where we got the -2 from. And then I had the rest of my expression. Okay, I didn't actually ask you to do B, C, and D, so we're not listening, but anyways. For those of you that haven't done B, C, and D, there they are. I want you to give them a try.
Let's do this, my people. Let's do it. And remember, for all of you who are already done, please double check your work. Make sure that you have written it also on your book, guys, because this will really help us. Zamo Mugal, lower your hands down. It's not time for hands up. Hey, Zamo. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much, Zamo. Ria, lower your hands down. It's not time yet for hands. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna get tired of this. So you're just gonna hear my voice non-stop telling you don't raise your hand. Jabulo, do you also want me to tell you don't raise your hand? It's not hands time yet. There we go. Thank you. Let's put the answers on the chart. For those who haven't done B, C, D, put it on the chart. Well done, Chipo. Chipo, the way that you have put, I'm not saying your answers are correct, but the way that you have put your answers, B, C, D, well done. This is a proper way of putting it. Okay, you did really well. Please write it down on your book so you can do corrections. Okay, my people, y'all are doing amazingly well. There we go, Mjuna. There we go, Mpilenhle. So let's go and arrive to D already so we can get some answers. There we go, Kasi. Well done. B, C, D, bang. That's all that we're looking for. Well done, guys.
Guys, very nice, very nice.
Let's do this. Remember, we are saying write it on your book so that when you are writing test and cycle test, because you're not in primary anymore, you're in high school. So when you have a cycle test, you can actually use your notes to study, to see, oh, when a question asked like this, actually, this is how I solved it. So you need to be able to write it down, my people. It's for your own good.
Okay, nice, guys. Well done.
Yeah, Emily, I see you with this B, C, D. Bang, done. Okay, I think we are ready. Well done, guys.
Okay, guys, so if you would like to raise your hands now to give me answers for B, C, and D, now is the time to do so. Remember, I'm going to try to give everyone a chance. Right. Shauna, would you like to give me B?
Excuse me, ma'am, which one must I give you?
B.
Oh, okay. So
Are
6
you
plus...
fine to give me B, or would you like to give another one?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm okay with giving you B.
Okay, cool.
So 6 plus... Wait. Oh, sorry. -1 minus 3 is -4.
Good.
And then -2 plus 1 is -6 plus 1.
Okay, cool. So we've got -6 plus 1. Perfect.
And then that will give you -5.
Excellent. Well done. So guys, again, this is a really, really well explained and a really clear example of how we can do it step by step. So there's no need to try and rush it. There's no need to try and do everything at the same time. Go step by step. So you can see, as I've underlined, you've gotten specific answers for the next step that then help you. Right, so B exactly -5. Very nicely done. Valentle, do you want to give us, what are we on? C.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, C is -6.
Okay, so if we break this down, we've got -2 plus 4, which gives us 2 plus 3 minus 11. And -6 is correct, guys. Sorry, I didn't say that. I just realized I did. So very well done. If we then do our next step, 2 plus 3 gives us 5 minus 11. And so 5 minus 11 is exactly as we were told. So we're looking -6, -6. Very nicely done. Well done.
Did really well. Thank you. Nice work.
Motabang D.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, I muted you. That was my fault. You're gonna have to unmute yourself. Sorry, I thought you. Sorry.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry, Motabang.
No, it's fine, ma'am.
Okay, tell me, D.
4 plus 2 equals to 6.
Good,
So it's 6 minus 6 plus 12.
good.
So 6 minus 6 is 0. So
Excellent.
it equals to 0 plus 12. And 0
Which is
plus 12 equals 12.
fantastic. Well done.
Mutibang.
Excellent. Guys, and I'm really, really so proud of how you guys are breaking it down and not trying to rush it. Maths, I feel like sometimes we just want to rush to get it done, but don't. When you get more confident, you can start skipping steps, but to start off with, go slow, no rush. Okay, so everyone whose hands are up, you can lower them. I'm going to ask for questions now, so I don't want to get confused with hands that are up to answer. We're going to do a couple more, so there will be more chances. So Abulele and Google, your hands are still up. Okay, so at this point, if anyone has any questions, you can ask. I'm going to leave this here in case you want to take a screenshot of these first four. We are going to have a look at a couple more. Any questions? Raise your hand, or also remember you can put it in the chat. That's absolutely fine. You guys are doing really well.
You guys are rock star. You're on fire today. And remember that chance still stands. If you feel like this class is way too fast for you, please do send your names through so you can go to a lower class. Meaning that that class is just being taught with details slower, okay?
Okay, I'm hoping we've all got our screenshots. And right, so here are your next four. Right, we got the end. Try those for me. I'm going to ask you to do them by yourselves. Give them a try. And remember, answers in the chat, label them E, F, G, and H so that we know which answers are which. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to give them a try. And then I will ask for some answers. Ooh. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's obviously like a jet on the army base that's quite close to me. That is just. Letu, I'm so glad you're enjoying integers. And integers form such a foundational part of math. So it's so great that you are enjoying them. I'm really glad for you. So many noises happening outside. Sorry, guys. Who knows what's happening today? I hope. Your lenses on it. Don't know why I stress.
With an answer for E. So guys, remember you are writing it down on your book, and then after when you're done, list them as in like E is this, F is this, G is F, is this, yeah, H is this. Okay, I'm losing my mind, but y'all understand what we mean. Just write them on your book and give us the correct answers. Let's go, my people. I'm cheering for you, okay?
Sorry, guys, I just got a quick to put the number line there, just in case you do want to use it. So I'm just going to do it like that so that you can still see the number line if you want to use it for this question, these questions rather. There we go.
Yeah, it's also with E. Let's go, my people. Let's go. Remember, calculators are not allowed. Put your calculators away. Doing this without a calculator.
Yeah, guys, it's really good. Sorry, Linda. Paul?
It's fine. I was just cheering from Paul with an answer there.
Guys, just what I was going to say is it's important to be able to do stuff without a calculator. We do rely on our calculators a lot in math, which isn't a bad thing. But when it comes to like, you know, the more basic operations, we need to be able to do it in the head, in the head, in our heads, so that we're not wasting time unnecessarily trying to type things into a calculator. If we know it then, and we're comfortable with our mental math, then it will make life easier. Right, I'm going to give you guys another minute, and then I'm going to start asking for some answers. So keep going. Doing really well. Go step by step, no need to rush. Check your answers if you're done. Make sure that you agree with your own answers. Because sometimes we find when we go back and actually check our work, we've made a silly mistake, or that we're completely happy with our answers, which is always great.
No need to rush. Guys, I can't. Let me
That
say.
wasn't terrible. I don't think that was bad at all.
I even started putting bands inside, like, you know, like the band into every. The band doesn't say that. So before I make you guys cry with my singing, put your answers down. Well done, guys. Let's see with the EH. Well done. Well done. Did well. Let's go, my people.
Okay, guys, are we ready for some hands? If you are ready to raise your hand, you can put it up and you can let me know some answers, yeah? Oh, sorry. Technology and I are fighting today. Okay, Molemo, do you want to give me E?
Ma'am, E is -18.
Okay, I hope I heard you correctly. So -6 plus 2 gives me -4, -5, -9. You did say -18, Molemo, hey?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Well done. Sorry, I thought I misheard you. And so exactly -4 -5 is -9, and -9 minus another 9, exactly -18. Very nicely done, Molemo. Well done. Oh, Leto, do you want to do F for us?
Hey, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, I'm not quite sure. So anyway, I said 8 minus 3 equals to 5. Then I said plus 4 minus 4 equal to 9 minus 4 equals to 5.
Excellent. You need to have some faith in yourself. That was perfect.
Yay.
Well done.
Excellent.
Yay. Yes, girl, you got it right. Well done.
Well done, guys. Okay, and again, do it slowly. Like Yolanda beautifully sang to us. Slow and steady rings the race. Woo, wins. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Emily, do you want to give me G?
For G, I got -7.
Are we looking at the same G? Let's just go through it together. So unless I can't do maths, which is entirely possible tonight, because geez, my brain is fried. -2 plus 6 is 4. 4 minus 11 plus 20. So 4 minus 11 gives me -7 plus 20. And so -7 plus 20 is 13. Emily, I don't know if you're still there. Do you agree with me? Was I just doing something weird, which is entirely possible? These things happen. Oh, don't worry, Emily. Don't stress.
No
It
worries,
happens to the best of us.
well done. Try. Well done.
Oh gosh, hands are coming and going and disappearing. I'm trying to get everyone. Sorry, guys.
I choose the lucky one. Let's do lucky win. Hey, let's see. Who haven't I heard? Who haven't I heard their voices? Let's see. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Bunala, I haven't heard you tonight. You are our lucky winner. Bunala, do you want to give us an answer? Number 8.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, for H, I got negative 15.
Yes, negative 15. Well done. I had like this moment here where I was like, these numbers don't make sense. Yes, well done. So guys, step by step, minus 7 minus 6 is minus 13, plus 3 minus 1 minus 4. So minus 13 plus 3 is minus 10, minus 1 minus 4. So this is where Bernal is getting our negative 15 from. Negative 10 minus 11 is, yes, negative 10 minus 1 is negative 11 minus 4. And then, of course, I've just like put this all over the place because, you know. And so negative 11 minus another 4 is negative 15. Very, very nicely done.
With
Well
flying,
done, guys. You were so good tonight.
Y'all did really, really well, guys. Well done. Does anyone, before we go, have questions about this? Gugu, is that hand for question? Anyone, before we close, before we give everyone to go eat dinner and eat nice food and whatever that you are having tonight? Good. You deserve it.
Okay, guys, remember you let's put the quiz link there on the chat. I forgot what that thing was called for a second. Really nothing you need to stress about. It's just practicing what we did on Monday and today. Ria, oh no, okay, Letu, question?
Ma'am, I don't know. I think I make these mistakes whereby with the negatives, when the answer comes back as maybe negative 13, instead of like adding, instead of subtracting, I think I add because I get deceived by the negative 13 plus the 3, positive 3.
Yes. Okay, no, and that's very fair. But what we just need to try and remember, and that's why the number line is sometimes quite useful because you can see exactly where you are. What you just need to remember is that if you've got a negative and you're going to add to it, we're only going to get to positives when I'm adding more than what the negative is. So if that was like negative 13 plus 23, then I'm going to end up with a positive because I'm adding so much more than what I had minus of. But if it's not enough to take us past 0 and into the positives, then we're going to stay negative.